11 Sports and For the Fans welcomes you to the following presentation of the Simulation Football League.
Hey look, high above downtown St. Louis, Missouri and Gateway Arch National Park, just a short drive from Gateway Coliseum, the home of the St. Louis Gladiators as they work to try to get into the playoffs for a second straight season. Sitting at 4-4, they play host to the current third seed. It's the Baltimore Vultures sitting at 6-2. Welcome into Gateway Coliseum, everybody. Chris Curtis, Stephen Hacker along with you for what promises to be a pretty wild ride as the Gladiators, a scrappy bunch of youngsters, look to take down the all-important third seed in the Baltimore Vultures. Stephen Hacker, how's it going, sir? It's good to see you in St. Louis.
Good evening, Chris, and I'm glad to be here. Happy to be here with you. Excited to see this 6-2 Baltimore Vultures take on this 4-4 St. Louis Gladiators team. Both teams touting a really good defense, so we'll see how St. Louis can slow down this Vultures offense here tonight.
Yeah, the defense has definitely kept the Gladiators in games that they may not have been without. So very, very good stuff from them. And rookie quarterback Javier Vasquez, who is definitely turning some heads in his first season with the Gladiators. We're ready to go in St. Louis. Just about the gateway to the west is where we sit as a coin toss about to get on your screen. And then we got to talk about the newcomer for Baltimore as well. Week 7 signing Jack Wigmore, Steve.
Yeah, Wigmore stepped in week 7, is really taking over this offense, kind of put the weight on his shoulders, taking over for Joe Dazzo, and really they haven't missed a beat so far. You know, they're just moving along as normal. He's done a really good job stepping into big shoes to fill.
Fair enough. That said, we have football from the gateway to the west, Gateway Coliseum. Just after this, stay tuned. It's 11 Sports for the fans. And a hearty welcome back to you inside St. Louis, Missouri, home of the Gladiators. The Gladiators are going to kick this football off. They'll be kicking off to the Vultures. They're going to move right to left across your screen. Chris Curtis, Stephen Hacker along with you for the ride as we are underway with Week 9 in downtown Missouri. This is going to be just inside the end zone, returnable to about the 20, moving right along the sideline and getting all the way down to the 26 is the return man, and out comes the Baltimore offense. We mentioned them a little while ago. Jack Wigmore, who came in week 7. You obviously have to tout T-Roy Gaines as well, Stephen, one of the better backs in this league and has been for a long time.
Yeah, T-Roy Gaines, 5 seasons in the league, all of them with Baltimore. Trusted guy on this offense. Just feed him the ball early, feed him the ball often, and he'll get it done for you.
We'll see if they give it to him on first down here. It'll be Wigmore out of the pocket, thrown left side. That one's caught, and it'll be about a 6-yard gain. Nice early play. Looks like they got the wide receiver Ivory Irvin involved, and that'll be a 2nd and short.
Yeah, big target on the outside, 6'4", 215 pounds. Nice out route to pick up 6 yards there. Nice chunk play on first down.
And he's off to the left, lined up as well on this 2nd down play. We'll get to the rest of the offense here in just a moment. Wigmore to throw. Right side, little out route caught. And that's going to be a first down and more. Get it out to about the 39-yard line as they continue to move the chains, this time to Mac Chima. We've already seen Irvin and Mac Chima. Daily Holder, the other wide receiver. Jay Hayden and Lloyd Graham Jr., your tight ends, along with T-Roy Gaines, we talked about, and Jack Wigmore. This 1st and 10 play from the 39 has the Vultures moving pretty methodically down the field. 6 in the box defensively. Wigmore to throw. No, he's going to get taken out pretty much immediately, almost unabated to the quarterback. That's a sack for the St. Louis defensive line.
Pressure immediately in his face. Wigmore didn't have any time to look downfield. Nice sack by the St. Louis defensive line.
That'll work. That's what you want for the Gladiators. Their defense, as mentioned, has kept them in ball games. They look to take down the high-powered offense of Baltimore. This will be to the left. That one's caught, and about a 5-yard gainer on that will get him to 3rd and 7. Another one for Irvin as he gets a second catch early.
And it looks like Baltimore is tending to go to these out routes here early in this drive. St. Louis has shown weak pressure on coverage, so I think that it might work for them here if they can just run another deep out.
3 to the right, 1 to the left for the Vultures. Moving up in the pocket, throwing deep right side. That one is tipped, and it's going to hit the turf. There were 3 Gladiators in the area. The linebacker got out to make that play as well. Nice work, but it'll be a 4th down, and the Vultures will punt.
Good coverage on the corners. Nice job to bat it away. Forces the 4th and 7. Should have decent field position pending the return.
Let's see how far this ball gets into St. Louis territory. An opportunity for potentially the Gladiators to get it back towards midfield, if at all possible. That punt is up and gone. Grabbable at the 23 and returned to the 25, and no further than that. Now we get a look at this young St. Louis offense. Javier Vasquez, obviously your quarterback. Cairo Martinez has been a revelation at the running back spot as well. And we'll get into the rest of the offense here after first down, but very, very good to this point. And while the defense has kept him in ball games, they've had to score points when it mattered to get those close wins, including a 3-point win last week. First down has them in a weak eye formation. Vasquez gets lit up like a Christmas tree just before the line of scrimmage, and that is going to be a 3-yard loss as Martinez gets his first rush of the game.
Big play made in the backfield, and it's maybe a little bit of veteran experience there as this all-rookie offense for the Gladiators takes the field, and Baltimore just came out prepared on that first play.
Offensive formation showing an eye. 4 on the defensive line for Baltimore. Looking to throw. Vasquez to the outside. That one's caught. About a 4-yard gain is what they're going to give him there. And a nice little chunk play for Ryan Owens. He's one of the wide receivers along with Eagle Mondavi, Paul Delavu, and the tight end Phil Kos. The center, Zach Holdorf, is holding it down in the middle, and then you'll see fullback Bill Sherry along for the ride as well with Cairo and Javier. 3 to the right, 2 to the left for Vasquez. 5-step drop. Moves up in the pocket. He's hit as he threw, but he did get rid of it in time. No fumble on the play, but it'll turn into a 3-and-out quickly for the Gladiators offense.
And a little uncomfortable in the pocket there, moving around trying to find a lane to throw, and just was lucky to get rid of it as he was hit there.
So punt upcoming as the Gladiators will send it back from whence it came. A couple of quick 3-and-outs, although there was one first down for the Baltimore offense on their first drive. See if they can maybe turn it into something more on this second attempt. This will be end over end across midfield to the 35-yard line, returnable to the 39. And that is where we will see this offense come out again. Jack Wigmore, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception a week ago, 36 for 43 through the air. Pretty efficient day for him and his offense as they won 31-7 over the reigning runner-ups, over the reigning Season 9 champion, Mexico City Aztecs.
And Mexico City is always a tough opponent, so to walk away with the win against them is always a good game.
Roy's going to get the handoff on first down. He's going to get a couple of yards forward, and he's going to get knocked down after an 8-yard gain just shy of midfield.
I like the choice of play there. Hand the ball to T-Roy and let him get going. Get your offense motivated to get downfield.
Didn't see him at all in that first drive. Let's see if we get a more steady diet of Mr. Gaines. He's in the deep back in this eye. 6 on the defensive line. Handoff, right side, trying to try to get the edge, but good job by the linebacker to come up and make the play. And that is going to be 3rd and 2. He has a very good collection of stats over his career. He is 13th all-time for touchdowns. That is something to smile about if you are Mr. Troy Gaines.
Yeah, and doing good work in his short time in the SFL. I mean, 5 seasons, but 61 rushing touchdowns is great work by him. See why they want to keep giving him the ball.
First down as he bowls his way forward towards the midfield stripe. 1st and 10, right on that white stripe at the middle of the field. So that'll work and get them a new set of downs.
That maybe sets up a passing opportunity here for Wigmore. We'll see if they take a shot here on 1st.
I haven't seen a lot of play action from this team. Maybe they go that way. Baltimore looking to get comfortable on offense for their 2nd drive. Wigmore to the outside. That's going to be a catch at a tiptoe. They will say it is indeed a completion, a 4-yard one at that to get it to the 46 inside Gladiator territory.
St. Louis still really loose on the outside, letting these receivers run these 5-6 yard out routes. And I think Baltimore is just going to continue to take that and hope to ride T-Roy Gaines into the end zone.
And you got to think the St. Louis is going to start bottling those up, maybe starting to jump those routes as they start to give those up, a plenty. This will be over the middle. That's caught. Nice inside slant. Gets them a 1st down to the 37-yard line. Irvin, his 3rd catch early. Things are starting to make sense for the Vultures offense.
It looks like they're kind of finding a rhythm, hitting that 2nd gear in the 1st quarter, just trying to get down into the red zone, get the first scoring opportunity of the game.
In the eye. Through the middle. Gaines again. Going to have himself a few more yards added on. That's 7 more as they get to the precipice of field goal range to this point for Shark Tarkenton.
And St. Louis's defensive line really needs a push here. They got to figure out a way to close these gaps up for T-Roy. They got to find a way to slow him down.
Shark Tarkenton, 44 yards, his long from a week ago. Over the left side, tipped and nearly intercepted. That was dangerous, looking for Irvin on the outside. That did not go, and it's a 3rd and 3, a crucial 3rd and 3 for Baltimore as they try to keep the drive alive.
Fantastic acrobatic play by Drew really there. Jumped up and extended, knocked that ball down, eliminated the chance for a reception to be made there. 4-year vet, 5'11", 220 there on the outside.
2 to the right. That's what it looks like for Wigmore. 6 in the box defensively, looking to throw. Hit as he threw. He's going to get taken down and hold on to the ball. And that will keep them in field goal range, but not by much. It's a 49-yarder from this spot.
And that's what St. Louis needed. They needed somebody from the defensive line to get in there and get some pressure. And Tony Roberto jumps in there and brings down Wigmore.
In the middle of the hashes, left-footed kicker Tarkenton. From 49. Snap is good. Hold good. Kick up and on the way. It's got plenty of leg behind it, and this one is going to drive right through. They'll say 48 officially, 2 longer than his previous long from last week, and that is a 3-point lead for the Vultures.
Good job getting down the field for the first points of the ball game.
That'll work. Baltimore 3-0 over St. Louis as the Gladiators get the ball back. Stay with us here in St. Louis. Back inside Gateway Coliseum, Chris Curtis, Stephen Hacker, and Jacob Clear along with you. Jacob Clear, our statistician today. Cameron Irvine, producer and commissioner on the buttons as this ball is returnable from about 5 yards deep in the end zone. Get it to the 15. Jukes left at the 20-yard line and gets down to the 22-yard line, and that is where this drive will start. St. Louis has a chance, Stephen, if they can keep the ball out of their end zone. They do a good job there on that drive, holding the Vultures to 3 points.
Yeah, it's St. Louis can definitely hold the opposing team to no points, or low scoring games. And, if they can do that here against Baltimore, they definitely have a shot tonight.
See what St. Louis can do on offense for the second time in this game. Vasquez backs it up, thrown, hit as he threw again. Again, the defensive line for Baltimore gets home to disrupt the quarterback. That's a great play, and it's 2nd and 10.
Vasquez has looked a little uncomfortable on his first couple of possessions as Baltimore has been able to get into the backfield, disrupt his timing on his throws. And I think that's part of the game plan, maybe on both sides. St. Louis wants to get the ball out of Vasquez's hands early, and Baltimore maybe turning up the heat, trying to get there to disrupt his timing.
And the coaching staff is harping on Vasquez to get through his checkdowns quicker. He's got to be able to get rid of the ball much quicker than he has been. This is left side and deep. That one is going to be caught towards midfield at the 48-yard line inside Vultures territory. St. Louis strikes for a long pass on the left-hand side, and what a way to do it. It's a first down for Mondavi.
6'3" wide receiver breaks to the left side on the corner route. Only had one man to beat and just out jumps him, and a huge play for the St. Louis Gladiators offense.
Biggest chunk play of the day for either side to this point. 1st and 10 for the Gladiators as they're just past midfield. 2 to the left, 1 to the right, 2 in the backfield. One of them is the running back, Martinez. Martinez gets it on first down, and he gets clotheslined after a 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7 to the 46.
And pays the price after the carry. Big hit by the linebacker there, Alvin Mack. Week 7 signing, steps in and makes a big hit.
Couple yards makes the 3rd down a little bit better. See if they can get that on a 2nd and 7 play. Defensive line moving left. Handoff. Martinez going to break through 1 tackle, not going to break through 2. He'll push his way forward, gets back to the line of scrimmage and no further. And it'll be 3rd and 7 and a pretty big 3rd down here as they don't want to quell the momentum after that long pass down the left side.
Yeah, need to draw up something nice here. It's definitely got to be something. I wouldn't target anything short of the first down marker. You got to take a shot past the first down marker here.
2 to the left, 1 to the right. Split backs. Chance for Vasquez. Sidearm throw. It's a first down, and a spin move is going to get him to the 34-yard line. St. Louis moves the sticks. They're on the precipice of field goal range. It's Mondavi for a 2nd catch of the drive.
Mondavi's heating up here as the first quarter's winding down, and it's looking like a viable target here for Vasquez.
Only other receiver with a catch on the St. Louis roster so far is Ryan Owens. Mondavi has 2, Owens has 1. Vasquez, that one is tipped, and it's a ball. The alertness to go back and grab the football when they had no original chance at it. What a play to get that ball down. It's the tight end, Dilivu, to bring that one in and at least get them positive yards.
Yeah, great awareness to see that the ball was tipped up, adjusts, and is able to save the play and get a couple of yards on first down there.
That was very dangerous. That could have been a pick the other way for sure. Vasquez is going to take an out route to the right side. That's caught. Another one for Dilivu. It was short of the first down marker. 3rd and 3, another key 3rd down while they're in field goal range.
So you can be a little more creative offensively here. You can maybe set something up with Martinez if you got a really nice run play, or maybe a play action, try to hit your tight end, or maybe one of your 2 your wide receivers. A little more flexibility for the offense.
Be a 44-yarder from this spot for Eamon Shalizzi. Vasquez looks to throw. Deep over the middle. That one's going to be picked off at the 3-yard line. Back the other way. Baltimore turns it over as he gets back to the 16. That's not what they needed. It's Austin Brigham to bring that one home. 2 tackles and now 1 pick the other way.
And St. Louis is taking deep shots down the left side here. Maybe want to test this this young cornerback, and he shows up here, makes a big play, makes a nice jumping play in front of the wide receiver, takes the ball away, and some nice return yards tacked on with it.
That was a great read on the quarterback's eyes by Brigham as he brings that one in. And it sets up Baltimore at the 16-yard line, trying to move it back the other way. St. Louis may lament that as they don't get any points out of that opportunity. Wigmore over the middle, caught just past the first down marker, and a huge hit just past it is going to find them in a first down situation. Baltimore moving the chains again. Lloyd Graham Jr., the tight end.
And makes a nice catch. Nobody there in coverage, and is able to get a couple extra yards after the catch. And then Colin Douglas able to come and clean the play up. And St. Louis's defense really needs to clamp down here, not let Baltimore get anything significant as far as points go.
Tight package on offense. Gaines is the deep back. He'll get the football. Moving left, he's going to get hit just past the line of scrimmage, make it 2nd and 9. And the Vultures, well, they haven't really been able to get Gaines going since he had a couple of decent rushes earlier, but no big chunk plays out of him just yet. Second and 9 from the 31. Wigmore, left side. That one's caught, taking the turn and heading out of bounds. That'll get him a 5-yard completion. Not much more than that for Ivory Irvin, his 4th catch.
And all of them on the out route. Pardon me, he did have one on the inside, but the majority of his routes on the outs. But it's working great for Baltimore here today. Just keep feeding them the ball there, and if St. Louis is going to continue to give you that play, it's working well for your offense.
Split backs. Wigmore, right side. That one's caught towards the sideline, and another first down for the Vultures. They are taking what the Gladiators are giving them very well, and it'll be a new set of downs once more for the Vultures.
Yeah, been a good first quarter here, Chris. I mean, both offenses have looked fairly well, and both defenses have definitely played pretty good. Very good first quarter.
Yeah, it's been very competitive to this point. We'll see what happens in the second quarter. First one's done. Stay with us here in St. Louis. And welcome back in St. Louis, Missouri. Chris Curtis, Stephen Hacker along with you. Baltimore moving left to right across your screens. 1st and 10. It is 3-0. in favor of the Vultures as a field goal is the difference. This will be over the right side. Quick little inside slant will get them a 9-yard completion. Baltimore moving it again. Mac Chima is their catch.
And drawing coverage from the linebacker, Nicholas Warner dropped back and was able to make the tackle, stayed close enough in coverage. A 6-season vet here, moved over to St. Louis in the offseason. Nice
to the left. Wigmore under center, gains in the backfield. He'll get the handoff on second down. He'll get the first down and a couple more gains. Not much on the average department. He averaging 5.5 over his career. As you take a look there at the offensive rankings for the Baltimore Vultures.
And these guys know how to get it done through the air, on the ground. And it's just evident that, you can take a young quarterback into your offense and not really miss a beat. It just speaks to how well your organization.
Chance right side. Caught. Put it in T-Roy's hands. He's going to get a couple of yards off to the right, and that will be actually the fullback at 2nd and 6 after a 4-yard gainer.
Interesting to see the fullback getting some work out of the backfield. Usually it's T-Roy getting all the love from the backfield, but nice reception made by the fullback.
I was actually checked that Jay Hayden, that's the other tight end, who was actually the one who made that grab. No problem. T-Roy gains in the backfield on this second down play. 2nd and 6. It'll be a play just inside the line of scrimmage. No further than that, as they'll actually lose some feet on that. T-Roy not going anywhere.
Baltimore 50% so far today on 3rd down. We'll see if they can convert here and get above 50%.
And they are closing in on field goal range again for Tarkington. Plenty of options for Wigmore. Deep out route. This is going to be a first down as the ball stretches beyond the yellow line on your screen. That is going to work. It's Irvin again for his 5th catch early in this first half.
And just continuing to go with what works. St. Louis is not applying any pressure on the short routes, and Baltimore is just continuing to chew them up.
No, I mean, pursuit to the ball, I think, is an issue there on defense. But the thing is if you're St. Louis and you start covering those over or on the edge routes, then it starts opening up things over the middle against your safeties. So it's a kind of a catch-22. If they're going to continue to be accurate with the football, Steven, it's going to make it a long day for the St. Louis defense. Gains on a first down is going to have some room to go. He's going to get hit hard just past the first down marker. Make it 1st and 10.
Colin Douglas with another big hit. T-Roy got the yards, but Douglas making him pay the price, trying to wear him down, keep giving him the ball, but Douglas is going to make sure that he delivers a big hit and does his best to chop him down.
3 tackles, 2 of them professional wrestling worthy, no doubt about that. This will be 1st and 10 in the I formation. Wigmore to the outside. Oh, that's incomplete. No, they're going to call it a fumble. That's a weird call. Are they going to say it was a backward pass?
Maybe down the line. Yeah, I mean, could have. It was a backwards pass, I guess, and then T-Roy bobbled it, and luckily they fell on it and were able to retain possession.
That's about the weirdest play I've seen in a while.
I just saw the left challenge flag if St. Louis had hopped on that one.
Yeah, that's no doubt. 2 to the left, 2 to the right for Wigmore. He's in the pocket, thrown over the middle. That's caught through the seam and in front of a bunch of Gladiators. Gets it down to the 3-yard line, and Baltimore is in prime position to take the lead by 2 possessions here as Davely Holder has his first sighting of the game.
Yeah, first target, and that was a nice reception for his offense. Gets them in really, really good field position. Multiple options for this Vultures offense now down this close to the goal line.
Whole playbook is open to them. We're in the single back formation with Gaines back there. 1 to the left, 1 to the right. Tight end to the left as well. Gladiators set up in covers. Throw to the outside. Going to try to get the pylon. Great swing pass attempt, but better coverage on it. It's 2nd and goal.
And Drew really got a little bit of help from his linebacker, Ronnie Panani, and great job by the Gladiators to get to T-Roy Gaines. That's definitely a dangerous play that they like to run, the swing pass to the running back, and great play recognition by the Gladiators deep.
I formation for Baltimore. Handoff from Wigmore to Gaines. Gaines trying to cut the seam into the end zone, and that's going to be a Vultures touchdown First one of the game for the Redbirds, as it'll be a 10-point lead pending the extra point.
A good push initially by St. Louis, but Gaines able to recognize where the gaps, which gaps were filled, made the right cut, and is able to fight his way into the end zone. And Baltimore's looks like they're really picking up steam and having their way with St. Louis here early.
Tarkington ready for the extra point at the hash marks to make it a 10-point lead. And it'll be a good snap, good hold, kick up and on the way. It is up and it is through. A 10-point lead gets the Vultures up 2 scores on the Gladiators on the road. We'll see if the Gladiators can come back when we return to St. Louis. Stay with us. Another opportunity looming for St. Louis as they're about to get the ball back for their next drive. Chris Curtis, Stephen Hacker, along with you in St. Louis, Missouri. We welcome those of you watching on 11 Sports and for the fans. Thanks for inviting us into your home on this Saturday evening. This is going to be a run back about 5 yards deep from the end zone. It'll get to about the 20-yard line, and to the 22 we go. Mondavi and Dillavu, St. Louis's dynamic duo of wide receivers, Stephen Hacker.
Yeah, these two rookies really stepped in and took on that diva role for this offense, sharing the load, both equal targets, and really just making the most of their work here in their rookie season.
So it's been a very good start for the rookie dominant offense by the Gladiators to this point. Only place to go from here is up, and they've started pretty well. This will be to the left, caught, and then it'll be about a 7-yard completion. And no further than that. So that is a good start on first down for the Gladiators offense.
Yeah, and it's important that St. Louis finds their gear and finds that second gear for their offense to try and slow down and keep Baltimore's offense off the field. That's one way that you can slow down all the points that they're able to put up is keep their offense off the field.
No small impact by Cairo Martinez, who had a touchdown last week in the win over London. This will be a sack. And again, Vasquez finds himself holding onto the ball too long, and the Vultures have been feasting on him on the defensive line all day.
Yeah, it's a big play by Tucker Lewis. Too much of a man for his matchup, and is able to get right in the face of Martinez as he's trying to get rid of it. Baltimore applying the pressure here today against St. Louis.
Plenty of pressure from that defensive line. Tucker Lewis, as you saw him there, they're going to get a second look at him as he tries to make another impact on a big third down. Turns into a 3rd and long for Vasquez and company. Thrown left side. That's tipped again, and it will hit the turf harmlessly. No one is going to be able to bring that one in. Baltimore forces a quick 3 and out once more, and no problem for Giovanni Bolton company in coverage to knock that one away.
Yeah, really good job by the Vultures defense, being prepared, making that slight adjustment, realizing that St. Louis is trying to take the deep shot down the left side of the field, and they brought Bolt over there to help in coverage and almost resulted in an interception.
Giovanni Bolt, no stranger to interceptions, had 2 last week in the win. As this one will get sent end over end past the midfield stripe. Baltimore on the return. That'll get back to about the 46-yard line, and back out comes the Vultures offense. Have a chance to go up a potential 3 scores here if they can get themselves into the end zone, as we see Jack Wigmore again. T-Roy Gaines has a rushing touchdown in this game. Other than that, it was a Shark Tarkenton field goal earlier, and that is the complete summary of your scoring in this football game. 3 to the left, 1 to the right for Wigmore. Play action. Throw left on the out route. That's caught. Trying to turn up field, but ends up out of bounds instead. It's a 9-yard completion again for Irvin, his 6th catch.
And Baltimore just picking up where they left off, relying on their defense to get the stop, and brings their offense back out, and they just keep moving along.
Well-oiled machine in Baltimore, as it seems right this minute. 2 in the backfield with Wigmore in the gun. 6 in the box defensively for the Gladiators. Backs up, throws, right side caught, and that'll be past the 40-yard line to the 38.
A little bit more pressure now on the outside. Joshua Durer is there, trying to disrupt the timing on the route, and it's been a little overdue, but it looks like St. Louis is picking up that Baltimore's not quite ready to take the deep shot. They're favoring the outs to the outside.
Mac Chima on that reception, his 4th. 3 to the left, 1 to the right for Wigmore. Again over the middle. This one's an outstretched catch past the first down marker. Wigmore to Irvin for the 7th time in this game. He's been the primary target with good reason. He's been very dependable on that left side.
And gets open underneath, all the confusion created by the bunch formation, and it just frees up their best wide receiver, and he makes work with it.
That puts them in field goal range again. Be a 42-yarder from this spot. Offset eye. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Gains the deep back. Wigmore steps up in the pocket. Throws. Caught at the 5-yard line. And he's going to get taken down at the 5. And another 1st and goal opportunity for the Vultures, as they have a real nice target. Mac Chima again over the middle.
All of these wide receivers today are just showing up, gobbling up every target that they get, and it's really helping Wigmore out. And another, decent opportunity, really, really good opportunity for Baltimore to get in the end zone here.
Check that, 6 catches on 7 targets for Chima, as he has the Vultures knocking on the door again. 1 to the left, 1 to the right, Gains in the backfield. Maybe T-Roy time. He's going to get the ball. Left side, touchdown. Baltimore again puts points on the board, and they're going to go up 3 scores as long as the extra point has no issues.
And T-Roy gives us a little shimmy after the 2nd rushing touchdown of the day for him. 2nd one in the first half. I mean, he could end this game with 4 rushing touchdowns or more. I mean, just absolutely dominating right now.
And if you listen real close, Stephen, you can hear the hot dog and beer vendors in the stands, as they've kept the crowd in St. Louis just about quiet, as they've really taken all of the momentum out of this building Baltimore has, and has put a dominant game together in this first half. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is up and on the way, and it is through for a 17-0 lead for the Vultures, as the Gladiators trying to get something going on offense. Their one really sustained drive ended in an interception going the other way from the 5-yard line, and that's about where it's gone. That's been it in all for the Gladiators offense. We'll see if they can maybe start to bring something back here, but there's plenty of football left. That's the nice part, is they have plenty of time to try to get their stuff together and see if they can't make a comeback in this game, as it's to be touched back in the end zone.
St. Louis definitely has a defense that can generate some turnovers. They have a good secondary. They can keep themselves in this ball game. They just really got to figure out how to keep the chains moving on offense.
5 plays, 53 yards on the touchdown for Baltimore. And back come the Gladiators on offense again. 1st and 10, as they got to try to get points on the board here. Vasquez throws to the outside, going to try to turn it upfield, is going to be Martinez. He's going to get hit hard. Series history shows Baltimore more or less owned this series back when they were the Crabs. They have a 2-1 series lead, and really the differentials, the longest differential, a really nice one, as they had a 25-point win, I believe, in that series. So good stuff from them as they are really putting it to the St. Louis Gladiators over just quite a few games at this point. This will be a chance for Vasquez. Caught, and that's a first down. First Gladiators first down in a little while. Gets them out to the 31-yard line. Still pretty deep in St. Louis territory.
Yeah, good job just finding the soft spot, able to turn around and give his quarterback a nice big target window, and he's able to hit it and pick up the first down.
2 to the right, 1 to the left for St. Louis. Vasquez under center. Martinez is in the backfield. 7 in the box defensively, and a quick throw just off the snap gets them a few yards. It's a 4-yard completion, and no more than that for Mondavi.
Yeah, and the pressure was in Vasquez's face immediately. He had to throw that one a little early on the timing, but fortunately was able to haul in the reception.
Martinez is the lone back on this 2nd and 6. Over the middle, that is a lunging catch, and he falls down in the process, but he does bring it in. St. Louis making it happen on that play, and it'll be a 1st and 10, Brazil, the tight end.
That's a nice underrated catch there as he's falling backwards, able to corral that one as he hits the ground and is able to maintain the ball.
And that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. 120 seconds left to halftime. Stay with us. You're watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and for the fans. Back inside Gateway Coliseum, 17-0 Baltimore as we play close to halftime. Remember that the Gladiators will get the ball back at the start of this second half. So getting points here would be real nice for the St. Louis faithful, as this will be an incomplete pass just off to the left. And that'll be a 2nd and 10. Download CrowdPlay, our new partner for 2020, and play the game about the game. Follow the action and answer questions for a chance to win a share of the $1,000 prize pool. Your next chance is Sunday at 4:30 p.m. when Mexico City takes on Lone Star. Download the CrowdPlay app from the Google Play Store or iOS App Store today. In the gun. Vasquez has the football, steps back, plenty of time, right side, looking for the out route, has the out route, and it'll be an 8-yard completion, make it 3rd and 2, as Mondavi has another grab.
Really manageable 3rd down here for St. Louis. Taking a little bit out of the Baltimore playbook, making the adjustment, now running out routes themselves, and we'll see what they draw up here on this 3rd and 2.
I don't know if Baltimore is going to let them get away with that too often, especially with the Gladiators trying to stop the clock. Under center is Vasquez. Martinez in the backfield along with one other. Quick throw, trying to find the window of opportunity, and it closes very quickly, as that is Giovanni Bold who comes up to make the play to knock it away, and it's 4th and 2, and the Gladiators have a decision to make at the 47-yard line.
Yeah, still a lot of time left before halftime. Baltimore has all 3 of their timeouts. I think that they're going to play the field position. Ooh.
You would think, and as we say that, they're going to line up in a weak eye or a offside eye formation. 7 in the box defensively for Baltimore. We'll see if St. Louis is going to snap this football. 4th and 3. They got to get it to. Oh, no, they're not going to get it anywhere. It's going to be a timeout. They're trying to draw them offside. That's fine. And that is going to bring the punting unit out for the Gladiators.
Yeah, a little bit of trickery, but yeah, I think it's the right call. Maybe try to pull them off sides, get yourself a first down, and they didn't jump, so now set up punt, make Baltimore have to travel the length of the field to get any kind of points. If you had went for it there and turned the ball over, Baltimore would have had a short field. I think punting here is the right decision.
Yeah, more than likely that is correct, and this will be a chance for the punting unit to maybe lock down the Vultures deep in their own offensive territory, or in their own defensive territory, in the shadow of their own end zone. And punt is away, nearly blocked. That was dangerous. It'll be caught at the 15-yard line and returned no further than the actual 13. It was caught at the 13, returned to the 13, and that is where that goes for the Vultures offense. So they have all 3 timeouts. They still have a minute 43 to do some work potentially and get this game even further out of reach before we even hit the halftime whistle. Offset eye. 6 in the box defensively. Handoff gains. He's going to get hit immediately as they lose some yardage and put them back to the 9-yard line, make it 2nd and long.
And in the backfield immediately was Todd Dubstat, second-year player, second-season player, and big play to slow down this Baltimore team. Loses yards, puts Wigmore with his heels near his own end zone.
So many good things to say about Mr. Dubstat. Been an impact player he was an impact player last season for their playoff run last season as well. As that one will get to the outside, make it 3rd and 10 as they get a 3 or 4 yard completion. No further than that for Lloyd Graham Jr.
3rd and long for Baltimore. I think this is their first 3rd and long they've had to face all game. And it's inside of their own 20-yard line. So a tough situation for the Vultures here.
And we're starting to see some life from the St. Louis crowd as well as they try to get their team into it. And there's a big 3-and-out forced as St. Louis will call their second to last timeout, and they will force Baltimore to punt it away without taking any additional time off the clock.
And a big chance for momentum shift for St. Louis. If they can get something nice, apply pressure on this punt or a nice punt return, they have a timeout. If they can get points before the half and then get the ball back, I mean, that could be a huge swing for them going into the second half.
Hunter lined up in his own end zone. Snap is low, but handled well. St. Louis going to play the coverage game here. Fair catch called for at the 47-yard line, and that is where the Gladiators will take possession. With still some time left, 38 seconds to go, they have a timeout, so they can still stop it. And they're already in Hail Mary range, but they can get themselves into a field goal position if they play it smart, at the very least, and maybe get one off before this clock hits 0.
I'd like to see what their hurry-up package looks like, as you got a quick glimpse of center Zach Holdorf there. Nice up-close picture of him.
Chance for Vasquez to the outside. Has it in Martinez's hands. Martinez is going to get about 6 yards. He's going to get taken out there, but they do move it past the midfield stripe. No huddle look-alike for St. Louis. See what they have for us on second down. Oh, Vasquez is going to get taken down for the 5th time in this half. And Baltimore again feasting on Vasquez.
Need a big play here. You save the timeout. You need a big play.
This is going to be to the outside. Martinez with the football. Tries to spin. That's not going to go. And that will bring us to 4th down and the end of this half. So the halftime whistle has gone. 17-0 Baltimore. After St. Louis failed to get points on the board on a number of occasions. Stephen Hacker, your halftime thoughts as we go into the locker rooms.
Well, I thought the St. Louis in the first quarter really came out, looked pretty sharp defensively, looked like they might give Baltimore a little bit of trouble. But as Baltimore kind of got going, as the first quarter wore on, they really kind of figured things out and just started taking control of this ball game. So, going into the half, I think St. Louis needs to figure out how to get back to, how they started defensively at the beginning of the game, and then how to get the ball moving offensively. I think Martinez has looked well as a receiver, looked okay, but you got to figure out how to get your 2 wide receivers, Dillavu and Mondavi, going, because you're behind, you're down 17. You got to find a way to put up some points, but you can't get super aggressive and take deep shots. You got to be patient and wait for the defense to give you that deep shot downfield. Don't force too much, but you got to find a way to move downfield. And I think your two rookie wide receivers are going to help you do that.
91 total yards of offense for St. Louis in this first half, 87 of them through the air from Javier Vasquez. 4 yards. I'm sorry, 91, make it 94 total yards, 4 yards on the ground for Cairo Martinez, which is a far cry from where he was at last week. When you look at Baltimore, Jack Wigmore, 17 for 19 for a $142. He has no touchdowns, no interceptions. Ivory Irvin, your leading receiver in receptions, with 72 yards, and actually for yardage as well. T-Roy Gaines on the ground has 2 touchdowns on 33 yards only, but has touched the ball 11 times on the ground, once through the air. Back inside Gateway Coliseum in a game that really the Gladiators must have to keep themselves in a good mind space in going into the last 3 games of the season. Week 9 is where we are at in a 12-game regular season, and the Gladiators sitting at 4-4. They really, with the logjam in that area of the standings, cannot afford to go to 4-5. So they really, really want this game, but they are not getting the results they really need, as this will be a return from the end zone. The 15 to the 20, left at the 25. Doesn't quite get to the 25. The 24 is where they'll end up. And back out comes the St. Louis offense. Your community poll. Baltimore, a steady advantage in that department, and the score would dictate that the community has something cooking on that particular prediction.
Yeah, it's not an exact science, but these our games, we know what's going on, and every now and then we can get one right.
Offset I formation. Vasquez to throw. Steps up, throws right side. The tiptoe dance is a good one, and it will get them a second down and short. And back they need points. St. Louis does, and they're getting a good start on offense in the second half, imperative.
Yeah, Vasquez looks a little more comfortable here starting the second half. Looked a little composed as he was able to find his receiver there on first down, and they're off to a good start.
Looks to throw. That's caught. Vasquez trying to find his man on the edge, and a great open field tackle to stop him from getting the first down. Another big play on defense as Phil Coase brings that one in, but it stopped short.
Really, really need to pick up the first down here for St. Louis. It's a very, very manageable third down. Just hand it off, plunge your running back right up the middle.
Just 1 for 6 on third downs to this point. Vasquez to throw. Needs it. Can't get it. Right at the Vultures defender, who was sitting right there, and he could not bring it in for an interception. It's another quick 3 and out on offense for St. Louis, and they'll have to punt it back away to Baltimore.
Interesting decision, wanting to get downfield, taking the shot through the air, and like you said, Chris, the defender was waiting for him, was ready. Great defense by Baltimore, forcing the 3 and out there early in the second half for stopping St. Louis right away.
Oh, that one's blocked. They got close earlier, and they got it this time. It'll be 1st and 10 for Baltimore as they have the ball at the St. Louis 21-yard line. What a way to get that done. Special teams coming to roost.
My goodness. Didn't quite see who got their hands on the ball on the block, but it was a phenomenal play by the special.
Don't look now. 1st and 10 for Baltimore. Chance to go up potentially 4 scores. Left side, Gaines, plenty of room. Oh, he's going to get to the 5, stiff arm touchdown. That was a brutal stiff arm by T-Roy Gaines to get him the yardage and the touchdown for Baltimore, as they're going to go up by 24% pending the extra point.
Oh, man, that was a big boy move to get his way into the end zone. Just threw out his right arm and drove Colin Douglas right into the ground. And I think T-Roy would call that sending him to the shadow realm.
Knowing T-Roy, that's exactly what he would call that. That's fantastic. Extra point going to be on the way here from Tarkenton here in just a moment. 23-0. As long as the extra point goes through, we'll be looking at a 24-point deficit in this third quarter, and Tarkenton makes no mistake. Baltimore up by, 3 touchdowns and a field goal at this point. St. Louis got to get something going in a hurry, and their first drive did not give any promise of that. to start the second half.
Yeah, and Baltimore's offense really isn't one that slows down. They're kind of a momentum-based team, so as they kind of find their rhythm, it's really hard to get them out of it. So if they're scoring points, St. Louis has to find a way to match that and just hope that they can be in the right position to get some turnovers and take advantage. But Baltimore, when they're going like this, they can probably defend this lead very well, and it's tough sledding right now. But Baltimore's dominating right now, looking really good.
They're looking like the 3 team in the league is what they're looking like. That about sums up their efforts so far in this football game. Gladiators have needed a better result than what has come out so far, but still a decent bit of football left. They can get something going. We'll see if that changes. Chance for Vasquez. Goes right, goes to Cairo Martinez. Cairo trying to get through the wall of vultures that is coming right at him. And he'll get 9 yards at 2nd and 1.
Yeah, Cherry out of the backfield looked like an F speed out there, and has caught that a couple of times here today. And it's nice to see the fullback getting some work out of the backfield.
Chance for the Vultures to maybe really dig this team a bigger hole. Talking about the Gladiators, I think the Gladiators, we're going to start to see them open up a little bit more, Steven. They got to start getting the ball downfield, and the more risks they take, I think the more the Vultures are ready and hungry to take advantage of them. Martinez has a first down and a few more as he's going to get all the way down to the 35-yard line. And if you guys would like to join in on the conversation, we've got a spirited one going on in the FTF Next chat, twitch.tv/FTF Next. Join the players, coaches, owners, and fans in the conversation as they are going on right now. Some shout-outs, Man Robinson. We've got Lloyd Graham, TMG82. That's T-Roy Gaines, the mighty Joe Young, as well as many others taking in this football game and all football games on 11 Sports and for the fans. 2nd and 4 as this one will get outside to the 47-yard line as they start to get a chunk of yardage on first down.
Yeah, using both both backs out of the backfield as receivers, and Martinez able to turn upfield, get a couple extra yards after the catch.
Offset I formation for Vasquez. Deep back is Martinez. 7 in the box defensively for Baltimore. Going to try to give it to Martinez going left, and he's going to get laid out just past the line of scrimmage, and no further than that. 2nd and 3, as again, another big hit laid down on the defender on the offensive portion of the St. Louis team.
Giovanni Bolt's been relatively quiet here today in this ball game.
For someone who had 2 interceptions last week, including a nice return on one of them. Kind of weird to say as they took out the Aztecs. This will be a first down. St. Louis moving the chains for the first time in a little while. It's 1st and 10 at the 47.
And a couple of first downs now on this drive. And again, Vasquez coming out in this second half, looking a little more comfortable in the pocket, going through his progressions, and I think it's going to lead to something here.
2 to the right. Martinez also lined up to the right, plenty on the defensive line as well. They smell a Martinez run, I think. They'll send 5. A little extra help coming. This will be a throw to the outside. Good job finding the hole in coverage. Gets them a few yards. An 8-yard completion gets them 2nd and 2.
And Koss has woken up here in the second half. Appears to be the hot hand as the Gladiators are working down the field.
The Baltimore 44-yard line. Still outside of field goal range to this point. And off Martinez. Has some room to go. Left side. Going to pass his blocker, and he's going to get taken down in the open field, but he does put the Gladiators into field goal position. Cairo Martinez makes his first real big impact of this football game.
A nice run there out to the left side. Runs into Giovanni Bolt. Maybe if he had waited for that blocker a little bit, could have sprung something a little bit more. But last time St. Louis was near this field position, they threw an interception. Hopefully they learned from that mistake and can try to punch this one in for 6.
Split backs formation for the Gladiators. Trying to get something to the end zone. Vasquez to the outside. Toe tip game is going to end up a 4-yard completion. 2nd and 6. Mondavi with another grab, and he's been pretty good, pretty steady for this offense in this game.
Vasquez, no real favorite target here today, peppering everybody, getting everybody involved. and Mondavi really doing everything he can with his work.
2 to the left, 2 to the right. 4 on the defensive line for Baltimore. Vasquez backs up. Plenty of time in the pocket, holding onto it a bit too long, but the crossing pattern develops really nicely, and he's going to get down to the 12-yard line as the Gladiators have themselves in the red zone for the first time in this football game. Mondavi with a second grab in a row.
We've got a really good rookie battle going on the left side as Mondavi and Austin Brigham, the cornerback for the Vultures. Both of these guys going at it here today. Fantastic matchup.
Although I will say that Brigham did get the better of him earlier with the interception on the 5-yard line. It's down in that same territory now. Gladiators need points in the worst kind of way. They're knocking on the door this time. Handoff, Martinez going to try to get the edge, but the Vultures circle and they converge on their target. Good work to knock him down at the line of scrimmage at 2nd and 10.
And I like the look. I think that was the right play call. Try to get something going with Cairo. Try to set Vasquez up with something a little more manageable on 2nd down. Try to get you're on the 12, so you can get a first down if you get down to the 2-yard line. So I like that last play call.
Chance for Vasquez out to Martinez again, trying to get the edge, and it's going to get to the outside instead. Taken down after no gain, 3 straight plays with no gain on it. And it's 3rd and 10, pretty crucial 3rd down here for the Gladiators.
Yeah, and this is a big one. You don't want to settle for 3 points here. If you could punch this one in, find a way to get this one in at the end zone or at minimum get the first down, that would do a lot for your offense.
3 to the right, 2 to the left. It's 5 wide for Vasquez. Got to get it to the 2-yard line for the first down. Thrown. End zone. Did he get in? No. First and goal at the 1-yard line. And the Gladiators are knocking on the door right over the middle. That's a new set, and they're right at the goal line, basically.
It's exactly what they needed. Fantastic catch made by the receiver there. Great throw by Javier Vasquez to get that one in there. And now it's you get 3 more chances to get into the end zone.
That was an absolute seed he put right in the window. Vasquez looking to throw. He's going to get taken down instead. He's going to lose a few yards in the process. 2nd and goal starts at the 7-yard line.
Monster hit. I think that was Al Walker on the edge. Just came around and just right in Javier Vasquez's face, knocked him clean down. Big play by the Vultures defense.
In the box defensively, 3 in coverage for Baltimore. Single back is going to be Martinez. On 2nd and goal. Trying to get a little bit closer here. To the outside. That's caught. Did he get in? He did. That's a touchdown. St. Louis finds their way onto the board. And what a play to get it done as they get themselves potentially some momentum back in this football game.
Yeah, Bill Koss with the great second effort after the receptions made was just short. Got hit by the defender, but had a lot of fight in him. Able to drag the defender. Got a little bit of help from the other tight end. Got a little bit of a push into the end zone, and St. Louis is on the board.
Frank Smith, the linebacker, came in to try to help out with the tackle to try to keep him short, but it ended up probably pushing him in. That'll work. Phil Kos has a touchdown for the Gladiators, and they have themselves what could be a 17-point deficit to work against instead, as this is going to be Amy Shalizzi with the extra point. Low snap. Kick is up and on the way, and through. So a 24-7 lead for the Vultures, but the Vultures get the ball back when we come back to the Gateway to the West. Stay with us. Back inside St. Louis, Missouri's Gateway Coliseum, just outside the National Park for the Gateway Arch. Chris Curtis, Stephen Hacker along with you as we play in this third quarter in Week 9 of the Simulation Football League's 15th season. This will be returned by Gio Bolt back to the 17-yard line to the 20. Gets taken down at the 20. And speaking of Giovanni Bolt, him and Drew really been doing pretty good work this season, Stephen Hacker.
Yeah, both of these guys are playmakers for their defenses. Really has the pick six return for a touchdown, and Bolt is just a dynamite playmaker. 8 interceptions on the season. Both of these guys with tons of pass deflections. They're weapons on the defensive side of the ball.
And when Giovanni Bolt's not making interceptions, he's getting a lot of tackles as he's done in this game. This will be over the middle, and it's caught, as that is a great play from Jack Wigmore over the middle to Lloyd Graham Jr., who's in his office in the middle of the field.
Yeah, and has made a name for himself right there, just working up the middle of the field, and found a gap right between the linebacker and the safety.
That's right where he likes to sit. He's been doing that all season long, Lloyd Graham Jr. Take a look there at T. Roy Gaines. He's got about a half a century of yards, 14 carries. They haven't really needed him between the 20s. His job has been mainly in the goal situations. This will be another big run and a spin move. T. Roy Gaines with an athletic play, 2 broken tackles and a spin cycle to get them into St. Louis territory to the 39-yard line.
He made that spin move after he had broken 2 tackles already. It looked like one, two. Now I'm
and
Whoop,
circle button. Got it.
Great move, great awareness by T. Roy Gaines. Great tackle by Drew, really saving the touchdown.
Really getting all over the field whenever he can, try to keep his guys in it. You take a look there at that man, T. Roy Gaines, and you give him an opportunity, he's going to take advantage in most cases. He had an opportunity there. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Wigmore has the football thrown over the middle, and a huge hit just before the first down marker. The safeties have been laying wood in this football game. No doubt about that one on both sides, and another example there.
And Colin Douglas, a little irritated from that play earlier, taking his revenge out on that wide receiver there.
Under center, offside I formation. Left side, T-Roy tries to break a tackle. He's going to have a first down and a couple more. Nowhere near going through after that, but they have him in field goal range again. It's 1st and 10.
Freeman Peltier on the tackle there, and I really admire the way that the secondary of St. Louis is coming up into the box and taking on T. Roy Gaines. He's not an easy tackle by any means.
2 to the right, 1 to the left for Baltimore. Handoff, T. Roy again. Seen a steady diet of him recently. He's going to get taken down after no gain on this play, all the way up to 89 yards now. He got a majority of those on just this drive. Under center. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. 6 in the box defensively for St. Louis. This becomes a very crucial point in this football game for St. Louis. Do they have it in them to make the stops necessary? That's a big hit in the open field to take him down. The clock will continue to run, however, as they did not get to the sidelines, and it'll be a 3rd and 4.
Yeah, keeping the receiver in bounds, not exactly ideal. You'd like to keep the clock, as much clock as you can, but a great tackle behind the sticks, keeping them away from the first down is good play by the defense.
3 to the right, 1 to the left. That's over the middle, and that is going to be down to the 7-yard line. They'll say the 6. And another 1st and goal opportunity for the Vultures, and it might be T-Roy time once again as Lloyd Graham Jr. finds another hole.
This could be beneficial for St. Louis. They're at the 6-yard line, so may not see a goal line run. Your defense really needs to clamp down here and shorten it. The field's shortened up for you, so you really can't let anything behind you, nothing over your head. Keep everything in front of you here.
2 to the right. Gaines in the backfield. This is his time. He's going to go to the right with it. He has the football, but a good open field tackle and great pursuit to the ball by the defense is going to knock him down, and they only gain a yard as St. Louis is going to try to step up here.
Yeah, great start to forcing Baltimore possibly to a field goal. St. Louis, I know, is licking their chops, hoping to get a turnover, but doing a great job there to get the ball rolling early.
And actually, that was the backup. Check that for the Vultures on that run. Either way, didn't amount to much. It's 3rd and goal as this one ends up over the middle to Daly Holder. Get him to the 1-yard line. And that brings us to the end of the 3rd frame. 24-7 Vultures over the St. Louis Gladiators. Put your 86s up in chat for us as we go into the 4th. This is the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and for the fans. Back inside St. Louis, Missouri. Chris Curtis, Stephen Hacker with you. This becomes a massive 3rd and goal situation. From left to right. T-Roy Gaines back in the game after missing 1st and 2nd down. Quarter break maybe gave him enough gas to go here, but it's going to be a chance through the air, and that's going to be an incomplete pass as it flies out of the back of the end zone. Graham Jr., your intended target, and it looks like Baltimore will have to settle for a 3-point try.
A big defensive stand for St. Louis. Here in the second half, things are going their way a little bit more. Hopefully they can capitalize off of this. Only allowing 3 points off of this drive, can come back and put up some points early in the 4th quarter.
They need it. They need some extra help here. Tarkenton back out on the football field. He's going to try to give his guys a 20-point lead. From the right hash, left-footed kicker. This is nothing more than really a chip shot. From 18 yards out, kick up and on the way. It is up, and it is through with 0 consequence. 27-7, I should say, the score as we play. Just starting out this 4th quarter as the Gladiators now need points in a hurry, and they need rapid-fire points if they can get them, as they'll get the ball back here in just a moment. This is going to be back about 5 yards deep in the end zone and returnable to the 10. The 15 juke move at the 19 to the 23. Going to knock down there. And that's where St. Louis will start this next drive. Your schedule of events for the rest of the weekend. Looks like we get things started tomorrow. 2:30 is when we get going. It is Chicago and Las Vegas. And then, of course, the crowd play game of the week at 4:30. That is Mexico City and Lone Star. Don't forget to download that crowd play app if you haven't already. iOS and Google Play devices are eligible. Go download that app and try for a chance at a share of $1,000 prize pool. This will be right side. Cairo Martinez is going to get hit like a truck at the line of scrimmage. No further than that. It's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and I want to just really say the crowd play app really is a really fun time. Really, just another layer for you to be involved in the game.
Yeah.
It's, if you're watching Keeping Up and you like keeping up with the stats or just a general awareness of the game, it's a really fun way to kind of keep yourself locked into what's happening around you.
It's fun. It's definitely a fun little feature that's been added on. A great partner for the SFL to this point. This will be to the left side. That one's caught. And a spin move gets him back into the field of play. What a play by Mondavi to get him back in, but it's 3rd and inches as they get close. but not quite there. If you're new to the Simulation Football League, you're watching the first controlerless esport where strategy and AI instead of thumbs determine outcomes. Teams submit game plans prior to the simulation, and the results play out live in real time with hundreds of viewers turned players, scouts, coaches, and team owners on the field to create an all-new kind of reality. Visit simulationfl.net for more information. That's a big third down turn to first down as the Gladiators move the chains once more, and another opportunity for them to move forward and get the drive or keep the drive alive.
Yeah, I'll say it one more time. Vasquez has looked way more comfortable here in the second half. Their offense has benefited greatly because of it, and looks like they're going to continue that momentum.
They're going to try to, for sure. Under center is Vasquez. He's going to hand off to Martinez on the draw play, and that's going to be just a 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7. They're continuing to try to stick with the game plan, which I respect. However, they're running out of time.
Yeah, maybe need a little bit more tempo, or just start taking a couple more deeper shots, not so much underneath, and try to get downfield. I agree with you, Chris. You're running out of time.
Offset I formation for the Gladiators here. They've run out of this formation a few times, and they'll do it again here. Martinez going to try to break one. He's going to break with tackle, and he's going to get lit up after about a 4-yard gain. Get it to 3rd and 3. And another key third down coming up here as Martinez does the job to get forward, but can't get to the second level.
Yeah, again, met by Giovanni Bolt there before he could really spring anything too much. And, great job by Bolt just playing center field, recognizing where the run was going, and took off and made the nice tackle.
See what St. Louis is looking at for this third down play. Clutch third down for Martinez. Going to try to get around the edge, and he's not going to get there. That's a big miss on the play call for the Gladiators as they're going to let this one go by the wayside, and I would dare say it's almost time to go for it on 4th down. Looks like they're not going to, however. And yeah, they're going to have the punter out on the field. I question this decision. Down at 20 points with this much time remaining, I would probably start taking more risks than I think you'd be comfortable with, Steven.
I like the aggressiveness. I think that it's the way that you fight to get your team back in the game. The turnovers haven't really been there. You haven't been able to really slow down Baltimore's offense. So I think you got to find some way to get points.
Yeah, 20-point game it remains. It'll be Vulture's ball when we come back. And we are indeed back inside Gateway Coliseum, 27-7. Vultures with the ball and the lead, ready to take some time off of this clock. It's 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Steady diet of T-Roy Gaines, I think, is on the menu, and he's going to give us a nice shimmy and shake and have himself in the open field. And just like that, the Vultures are starting to fly over this game and circle themselves a win in the column as they get another touchdown on the board. It's 33-7 pending the extra point.
Just phenomenal patience and vision and strength on that play by T-Roy Gaines. Is able to just bounce around and then finally just shoot the gap, and is able to take off for a huge touchdown play, and just pretty much puts this game out of reach for the Gladiators.
76-yard run for T-Roy Gaines. That's going to put him well over the century mark to this point, and it's probably going to cement things here as people start to head for the exits a little bit early to beat traffic. The Vultures doing what they need to do to keep themselves near the top of the heap. Denver won today. to move to 7-2, and the Vultures looking to do the exact same. Still 7 minutes left in this fourth quarter. Anything can happen, but it's looking really bleak for the home crowd right now. This will be an extra point. It's going to get up and away here in a minute. And that is up and through with no issues. So 34-7, the Vultures over the Gladiators on a 27-point deficit. It took one play for them to add points to the board, and that is about where the Vultures have stood all day long. A very dominant performance.
Yeah, Baltimore's really looking like a problem right now. Not just here for St. Louis, but for the rest of the league as a whole. If they can continue this kind of play this close to the playoffs, I mean, they could find themselves deep in the playoffs this season.
Turnable just in front of the end zone, out to the 23-yard line, and out comes the St. Louis offense for more fun and frolic. It's 1st and 10 for Vasquez and company. This all-rookie offense, really, we've seen them grow up to some degree in previous games this season, and I won't say they took a step back this game, because ultimately they're going up against a defense that is very good in Baltimore and a team that is very good in Baltimore, but at some point their next step of the maturation process needs to come, and will it be too late for this to be able to save this season? That's going to be a hit and a 4-yard loss as Tucker Lewis gets in to disrupt the play once more as Javier Vasquez hits the turf.
And Baltimore continuing to bring the pressure, trying to disrupt Javier's timing in the pocket. Kind of quieted the defensive line early in the second half, but able to generate some pressure there. Sets up 2nd and 14.
Split backs formation. Martinez is one of the backs. Chance for Vasquez. Steps up the pocket, throws while he's on his back foot, and somehow that will find its way to the turf. Looks like it would have landed on a body or two, but it's 3rd and 14 as that one will hit the ground harmlessly. St. Louis in a 3rd and long again.
And back-to-back plays, Baltimore was able to get pressure, and Vasquez, adapting to the pressure, moving up in the pocket, makes a little bit of an errant throw, and fortunate that it was incomplete.
In the gun, Vasquez 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Steps up, pump fake, thrown short, and an open field tackle and a massive hit at the line of scrimmage is going to send them to another 3 and out. This is where they probably start to go for it on 4th down if I was a betting man. Sector 6 is the official apparel provider of the Simulation Football League, and replica jerseys are out now. Get your name on the back of your team's or your fan favorite team's jersey and visit team stores and libraries for purchase options through sector6apparel.com or through our website at simulationfl.net. Just hit the shop button. That's all it takes. Get that one gets end over end past midfield, and Baltimore will receive this. It is 1st and 10. Your storylines throughout this week, and there's a lot going on in this league, and as we go into week number 9, as we finish up week 9, a lot of playoff scenarios still yet to be determined.
1st and 10 from the Vultures, 45 yards.
Back on the field, it'll be a chance for Baltimore to add more points to their totals. Left side, caught, spin move, and what a hit it was. But it'll be a 7-yard gainer on that list of storylines. I think the Vancouver Legion, who I think everyone was really excited to see what they could do to take a step forward after a really nice deep playoff run last season, Steven, they are still stuck in the middle of the road clamp along with a lot of other teams at that 4-4 ranking.
Yeah, a lot of teams are kind of right, in the middle of the pack. We're really needing these last couple of weeks to shake out to see how this playoff picture is really going to look. The teams we knew were contenders or were playoff hopefuls, and this season it's been no different really than any other season. The competitiveness is always there. It's always a fight to get into the playoffs, and there's teams that make it that you knew were going to make it, and there's always some surprises every season.
Well, and the parity in this league is at an all-time high, and you saw the note on the website that the SFL going to expand to 24 teams in the offseason as well. So that's going to be even more opportunities for people to get from couch to field and to make an impact in this league and what's becoming a pretty substantial amount of people in this league and playing the game that they love. This is a lot. This is really, really good stuff from
Yeah,
the league, from an ownership perspective. It's been a lot of fun.
yeah, I think it's really fun. It's you can be involved as a player. You can get in, be a coach or a scout or a general manager for your team, or if you want to get into the broadcast team, or if you want to be your team's social media director, help create content graphics or video clips. I mean, there's so much you can do to be a part of your team and help make the community great. It's a really fun time.
There's a lot of different things that you can do. Most of them show up on the website as well with the league content. Oh, that's a ball on the ground, and it looks like the Vultures. No, it'll be the Gladiators that fall on top of this, I believe. And they're going to turn this ball over, and it'll be the Gladiators having the football to get on. Well, maybe. Let's see where this ball ended up. They're going to say the guard. Where did this end up? I couldn't quite see who grabbed it.
Warner ended up on that one. Well, maybe it's Barbatov.
Okay, well, back out come the Gladiators offense. So it was indeed a fumble lost and recovered by the defense as the Gladiators have the football, so they'll be able to get a couple more things done on offense potentially. They've got 3 to the left, 1 to the right for Vasquez, and 4 on the defensive line for the Vultures. That's over the middle, and that's caught. No, I'm sorry, it did not get caught. I thought it ended up in his hands, bounced off of him instead, and that is going to hit the ground as Phil Coast could not bring that one in.
Yeah, it would have been really nice to have that reception brought in, but a nice hit there by the safety disrupts the timing, makes him rethink his decision on whether or not to catch that ball, and St. Louis really could have benefited from that particular play. It would have been a big play, got him into scoring position.
At least get them some kind of points going forward. 2nd and 10. Still 4 and change left in this fourth quarter. Looking to throw. That's a seed over the middle. Somehow that found its target. There were 3 Vultures right there, and it missed 6 different hands on its way to where it needed to go. The outside again. That is caught and going out of bounds, but they'll say it was a live catch for Mondavi, and it'll be a 3rd and 7. 2nd and 7.
And Mondavi now 10 receptions and has really had a nice ball game here today. Shouldering the load as a receiver, trying to help Vasquez get the ball out early, and has always found a way to get open early in this route.
3 to the right, 1 to the left once more. 4 on the defensive line for Baltimore as the Gladiators are in Baltimore territory. Vasquez, time in the pocket, throws on the check down, has a couple of yards, make it 3rd and 3. The throw. Right side. Deep. That one's a diving grab. They're going to call it a catch, as it was not a trap. It was definitely a catch down on the 10-yard line. 1st and 10. They're going to try to still get a first down at the goal line if they can. Vasquez to the outside. Has the catch, trying to turn upfield, but stepping out of bounds is going to be Martinez before he gets back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and 10.
Man, and that throw previously to Dillavu was a phenomenal play. It looked like it was a little bit errantly thrown, but adjusted on the fly and gets his team down in near the 10-yard line. So great play there on the previous play.
2 to the right, 1 to the left for Vasquez. They're trying to get another touchdown on the board. Make it a little bit closer. Vasquez to throw. To the outside. This one's caught. Trying to turn the corner. Not going to happen. Make it 3rd and 6. Still not quite in the spot to get them into the end zone. See if they try to move vertical here. This one's vertical. Over the middle. The forward progress did not put him in the end zone, and it's 4th and 1 at the 1-yard line. Mondavi with that grab makes it 4th and 1. And yeah, dare say they need to go for this. If they can get themselves even a couple inches forward, they'll get themselves a first down. See if they try to go that way. Looks to throw. Hit as he threw. That's going to hit the ground harmlessly, and Baltimore takes over on the ground. That is going to give the Vultures back the football when we come back to St. Louis as Vasquez turns it over on downs. You're watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and for the fans. And back inside Gateway Coliseum as we work to wrap things up here with a little over 2 or a little under 3 minutes to go in this football game. Baltimore has had a pretty dominant performance, but they're stuck in their own 1-yard line as they try to get free. Wigmore in his own end zone gets it out to Gaines. Gaines on the swing, tries to spin past one. He'll get a yard or two, and that is going to do it as far as that goes. 2nd and 8 for the backup.
Yeah, and it's going to be a big test here for the second stringers to get out of their own end zone. It's always a tough uphill battle when you're standing on your own goal line. So we'll see what the Vultures offense can do here.
And see how long they keep T-Roy out. If they keep him out indefinitely, just based on the score, Morehouse getting some more carries. See if they go his way again. Nope, and that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. Just going to try to waste some more time, I guess. 34-7. Back to St. Louis after a quick break. Stay with us. And we're back once more. Vultures trying to get out of their own shadow here. Morehouse, the deep back. They'll go his direction. They try to get out of their own end zone. He's tackled just past the line of scrimmage, and St. Louis calls their first timeout. It's 3rd and 6, and a chance for them to try to open up something in the playbook for the Baltimore offense to get themselves out of trouble.
Yeah, and I think it's wise for St. Louis to go ahead and use the timeout, play good defense here, hope to get the punt, and then try to get some points to close this margin before the game is over.
Over the middle. That one is caught. First down and more out to the 20-yard line. At least Daly Holder comes up with a really nice grab between two Gladiators.
Yeah, and is able to just utilize his route running ability, able to cut underneath, and good job by the quarterback to recognize his receiver was open.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line now. They continue to take more time off. St. Louis now only has 1 timeout remaining. Minute 53 to go. I formation. And a run play through the middle. Spin move past 1. And that'll get him out to the 28-yard line. Another timeout taken. Last one for St. Louis. Morehouse with the spin move T-Roy Gaines style. And that is where that goes. Your upcoming schedule for the Gladiators. They have London in 1 week's time. Then they have Houston and Sioux Falls. So London, they absolutely need that game along with the Houston and Sioux Falls game pending the result of this one. That's their last 3 games of the season to this point. And they're putting themselves in a real big hole by taking one on the chin here as victory formation is going on for Baltimore.
Yeah, and just going to do their best to eat up all the clock that they can before they have to on.
And then on the other side, the Vultures, Sioux Falls, London, and Arizona. As Sioux Falls really looks to be a potential challenge next week. No doubt about that. It's 6-2 currently. And that's them being the runners-up season ago. I mean, those guys are no slouch. But then the other guys, London and Arizona for sure, no slouch either. So Baltimore does not have an easy schedule these last 3 games. They try to lock up the 1 seed. Another kneel down done there. That'll get us to 4th down. Still a minute to go in this football game. Steven, Start thinking about it now, because I'm going to ask you later. Do you think the player of the game is obvious to this one? I think it probably is.
Do I think it's obvious? Oh yeah, I mean, I'll think of some runner-ups. I'll have some interesting ones as we wrap the game.
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement. T-Roy Gaines probably going to get the player of the game for his effort today. And on the other side, you have Austin Bingham, who had the interception earlier. Good defensive play, near block on the punt attempt as that one goes end over end. Get it back out to about the 37-yard line, and it's returned from there no further. So the Gladiators have the football as we get to the last few seconds of this one. Just 22 seconds and no timeouts should be enough for one snap, and that'll probably do it. Action continues tomorrow, 2:30 p.m. on a Sunday afternoon. Chicago travels to Las Vegas. Jeff Molinishin and Eddie Gage with the call on that one. And then, of course, your crowd play game. It is at 4:30. It is Mexico City and Lone Star doing battle. Michael Torillo and Benji Matson with the call on that, as that'll be a 7-yard completion as they get us to the last 7 seconds of play. One more snap. Vasquez deep left side. Why not? Tipped and incomplete. And with 3 seconds to go, we will actually see one more play.
Yeah, I think we're going to see the arm strength of Javier tested one more time. Probably the Hail Mary formation. We're going to see a deep shot, and I'd like to see some fireworks happen for St. Louis in this one. I think that they've ended up with the Hail Mary touchdown before, so maybe they can dig up some of that mojo here.
That'd be funny. See if Vasquez can get it downfield. I'm sure he's got the arm strength to do it. If he doesn't get taken out, we'll see. That was really close. He does get hit as he threw, and that will hit the ground harmlessly. And that finishes things here in St. Louis. The Vultures come away with a 34-7 victory and move to 7-2. The Gladiators to 4-5. Stephen Hacker, your thoughts on this postgame?
Oh man, the first quarter I thought St. Louis came out really prepared. They looked sharp, but as the first quarter wore on, going into the second quarter, Baltimore really started to figure things out. Their game plan, I believe, was well thought out. St. Louis was just a little too relaxed on the outside on the receivers, and Wigmore was able to capitalize on it, and it gave T-Roy time to kind of get going. He saved his energy, and then had a huge performance just finding the end zone as the game wore on, and really just took the air out of this Gladiators team and out of this Gladiator stadium.
Yeah, absolutely. The crowd was not really in a factor all night long, and that's a credit to the Vultures just keeping the foot on the pedal, no doubt, as you see T-Roy Gaines there really putting this game away with a really nice run down the right-hand side. And that's going to finish things here in St. Louis. We have a lot more Week 9 action on the Family of SFL Network starting 2:30 tomorrow afternoon on 11 Sports. And for the fans, it is Chicago and Las Vegas set to do battle. And that is going to be a fun one. Crowd play game of the week, Mexico City and Lone Star, along with Vancouver Legion and Sioux Falls. Tim Hackett, Mikey and Proda, and I'll be back with you tomorrow night. Quick red-eye flight over to Portland. It's the Florida Storm and the Portland Fleet. Myself and Gerald Giudice on the call for that one. A lot of fun left in this week as we get towards the end of the playoff stretch. The player of the game is the only question left, Stephen Hacker. Do you think it's T-Roy?
Oh yeah, it's got to be T-Roy Gaines. But Eagle Mondavi, I believe, had a nice showing here today. Played really well. Jack Wigmore played very, very well as well. But it's got to go. It's got to go to T-Roy. I mean, he just handled this game. Without him, Baltimore wouldn't have been able to take control like they did.
Yeah, and it is indeed T-Roy Gaines, 165 on the ground, 4 touchdowns as well as a reception or 2 for 8 receiving yards. For Stephen Hacker, for Jacob Clear and Cameron Irvine, I'm Chris Curtis saying goodbye and good night from St. Louis. We'll see you tomorrow from Sin City for more Simulation Football League Season 15 action. For everyone here, good night and goodbye.